Welcome to Friday, TGIF. It's October 17th, 2025. The day where the podcast brought to you by the Advocates Injury Attorneys. If you've been injured in an accident, don't face it alone. Get an experienced local Wyoming attorney on your side. Free consultations at WyomingAdvocates.com or call 307-800-1952. You deserve an advocate. Well, lots of ups and downs in temperatures with a little bit of wind in between. So in between these fronts, you'll have nice weather as they come through. You'll have some rain and snow showers, wind and up and down temperatures and conditions. A nice shot of a faint morning rainbow in the Cheyenne area yesterday as that Pacific trough came on through. You don't get to see a morning rainbow like that very often. So be ready for a brisk day. Going to feel like autumn today with winds and some cooler temperatures. Then another sneaky little cold front comes in late tonight and Saturday. Saturday going to be kind of a blustery, colder day. Going to really feel like autumn tomorrow. Could see a few rain and snow showers as the front goes through, but nothing heavy as the front's a quick mover. Another front right behind it comes in late Sunday, overnight Sunday into Monday morning, a repeat performance. Rain and snow showers on the plains, some snow showers in the mountains, some wind. Monday will be colder. Then the middle of next week, we have a break. Mid to late next week, other than a small little disturbance that'll produce some showers, mainly in Utah and Colorado, we don't expect a lot to happen between Tuesday and probably Friday. Then late next weekend, that strong jet stream wind we've been showing you is going to move inland, and that's when the weather will start to change on a little bit of a larger scale. A lot of different clouds yesterday. That Pacific trough produced a huge variety of weather. We had severe thunderstorms. We had snow in Evanston, Wyoming along Interstate 80, some snow in the mountains of the central and the north, significant rain on the plains in some areas, and boy, you can see those low-hanging clouds all across the region, just barely above the ground as that system came on through. Yep, a little more snow in the high country of Rocky Mountain National Park. And as you look behind the system across the Great Basin, we saw those clouds, fair weather, high pressure coming in behind that trough as it came on through. Beautiful scene there, Heart Mountain, Wyoming, of those low clouds hanging as the system was making its exit yesterday. Beautiful shot there from Kansas. Some high cirrus clouds ahead of that Pacific trough. Then if you look way down the road there is a rainbow at the end of that road out in LaGrange yesterday with those showers and thunderstorms. A beautiful shot there near Old Fort Laramie along an old iron bridge. And as we take a look at what we're going to see over the next couple of days, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, although the threat of thunderstorm activity now really beginning to drop as we're transitioning, as we mentioned yesterday. It's going to be less about the subtropics and more about the northern Pacific. And that's the time of year here. It's been extended, this subtropical moisture flow, deep into October. But the second half of October, we're going to have less than that. But nonetheless, you can see in Gillette yesterday that subtropical moisture pushing far north ahead of that system, producing a lot of high humidity air and significant moisture in some areas. And a beautiful scene there from the golf course in Cheyenne earlier this week. Briefly, we're going to talk about Comet Lemon. Jan out early, again, catching that yesterday evening, but couldn't do a long exposure in between the clouds. Comet Lemon climbing higher in the sky in the evening hours. So here's the map. So as we approach the next 3 days here, you can see that looking northwest in the evening hours after sunset, with it climbing higher in the sky, should be an easier target, and it is getting brighter. Notice we're going to have some help from the Big Dipper. If you want to be able to find it, go to the panhandle of the Big Dipper, the last star, and then go down, and you're going to be able to see where that comet's going to be the next 3 nights. But what will the clouds do? Well, it depends on where you are. This is the forecast approximately at 9 p.m. Mountain Time during the next 3 nights, starting with tonight, up into Montana, northern Wyoming. That'll be where most of the clouds are, but a lot of opportunities elsewhere. Saturday night, there's a lot of clear skies except in the Pacific Northwest. So Saturday night for many of you is going to be your best chance. Sunday night, the next front comes in and those clouds move in as well. So it depends on where you are, but you're going to have some opportunities tonight and tomorrow, and for some of you Sunday, to see the comet in that northwest evening sky. Satellite photos this morning showing you the wide perspective. There's the low yesterday. the system was here. It is just rocketing up into south central Canada. You can see a swirl of clouds there on the Aleutians, a little swirl here. So these little waves marching very quickly off the North Pacific into western North America. So this is where we're going to be at noon today. Yesterday's system up into south central Canada. But here's a little ripple here, here's a little ripple here, here's another ripple here. These little ripples are coming through about every other day. So by tomorrow morning, we'll have a cold front sweeping through. That's going to make it windy. It's going to bring a shot of colder temperatures our way. Here's Sunday night, Monday system. So colder tomorrow. These are the temperature anomalies at noon tomorrow. So you can see right where the frontal boundary is going to be at noon tomorrow, pushing that colder air in very quickly. This is what we're going to see overnight tonight into Saturday morning. So from tonight through about midday Saturday, you can see there's going to be a little bit of shower activity along the front. Nothing heavy. Then overnight Sunday to Monday, here comes the next system. They're just marching along, and that's going to bring basically the same thing, except this one's a little bit stronger. So the precipitation will be a little heavier and more widespread. But this fast movement isn't going to negate anything that's going to be heavy. Nonetheless, hunters in the mountains, folks traveling overnight Sunday into Monday, some rain and snow showers on plains, a little bit of snow over the mountain passes, more wind, and it's going to be colder. Temperatures by Tuesday morning will be well below freezing in many areas. And there's your Sunday night, Monday snowfall potential across the higher elevations. Next week, we have this broad area of high pressure as we kind of see things reset a little bit. This is that wave I told you midweek may produce some showers over Colorado and Utah and the Four Corners region, but it won't do much. But generally speaking, it's a more west to east flow. So this will mean mild Pacific air temporarily mid to late next week. But here are those very strong jet stream winds and the next trough coming in, and there it is. So this is Thursday, this is Saturday. So you can see things lining up. Very strong jet stream winds, a lot of energy contained in the Pacific is going to come into western North America. The question is, big question is, what happens to it? Could this wave come in and form a storm in the Central Rockies or the Four Corners area? Yeah. Could it swing through quickly and then become a strong northern Central Plains storm? Yes, it could. I think two scenarios are likely going to unfold where the deeper storm's going to be as we get into late next weekend and about a week from this next Monday. So stay tuned. It should be interesting to see what unfolds, but we're too far out. All we can tell you is trend is your friend, and all of this jet stream energy will reach western and central North America in about 7 to 8 days, and there you can see it. Wow. Very powerful jet stream winds coming on into the continent. So the end of October will bring us some weather. Have a great weekend.